The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. On this 15th day of February, Thursday, we're looking at the Dow at up 173 at 38,595. I'm watching this 38,620 area because if it gets above that, that's going to be pretty good. And within that context, we're looking at that weekly chart with a high of 38,927. That was on Monday before that Tuesday sharp sell-off. This is an interesting candle because so far it's just a long-legged doji, and we've still got a day and a half to go, more than a day and a half. We're only trading not even an hour, just 36, 38 minutes. Okay, so here we go. Within the context of the different indices, look, the weekly chart is still very strong. Monthly chart is still strong. Daily chart very strong, but just starting to, maybe I'll just do this for now, just to show you that the 9-period moving average over the 40, it's starting to dip a little bit. When it does that, it says, be ready for some kind of quick sell-offs that'll start to get that 9-period moving average. The only way you can get this down is if the price actually of the Dow starts to go to the 38,200s. That'll just start the 9-period moving average going negative. You can see right over here. So within that context, let me just go back here. I want to show you something that I think is quite important. In the weekly charts, here's the S&P. The weekly charts are still very strong, and this has continued a leg B. The Dow is a leg A in the weekly chart. This is a leg B with just 1 week of rest from the 4103.78 low of October the 27th. That is amazing. Now, what's even more important is that weekly chart is a leg D. That means it took out that previous peak B from January of 2022 at 4818.62. This is the real number, a real letter here in the Chapman wave methodology. This is leg D. We're always looking for Ds in a buy mode, but that doesn't mean to say anything's going to happen. It just says that's where you've got to start to be careful. So we've got we're in February, all of March to see whether or not we make a lower high than in February to make a peak D. And then we'll have to assess. But look at this. You've got the down. Let me do this once again. Just a question came in. Show the monthly chart. Yeah, that's a leg C. That's still very positive. Look at the QQQ. That's a little bit. There we go. Qs are only in leg B. And that just says there's a lot more to go in 2024. But in the shorter term, this is a little hiatus, a breather, very important breather, and a leg C in the weekly. IWM. Now, this is going to be really important. Why? Because within the context of the rotation that I always talk about, that when one sector is getting ready and NVIDIA comes out with earnings on Wednesday, I think that we might find that this coming week sees some kind of topping action in the semiconductors. They haven't got hysterical yet, but the number of round numbers is just incredible. I haven't seen this before. Probably back in 2000, I was seeing it. I remember mentioning a couple of times, but I just don't remember the number. Now let's go through this. We're looking at the IWM. If it takes out the high of the 12th of February, that's just a couple of days ago, of 203.55, and here it is at 202.74, today's high. It's a little bit under that right now. That'll start a leg D, and then we'll see just exactly what happens. Is that where we're going to see the rotation? If there is a rotation, which I think there's going to be. Let's just go to gold and silver. Gold is up 12 at 2016. It took out the left side low, closed under it. That's the left side low of December. Now it's above it. We're going to see what happens here. This is a really important moment in this daily chart. The technicals are all still weak. You've got a little bit of a turnaround in the on-balance volume and the stochastic. We'll see if that's going to become viable. Let me just show you this right here. This yellow chart right here. We'll go to the gold. Yeah, you see there's a little ictus there, a little turn up in the gold. At this point, I don't think it's good enough to say that in fact is the turn for a much bigger move up. It might be the start of something. We'll see. And here, there's the dollar. Look, the dollar just had a little on-balance volume. I was showing you on-balance volume. On-balance volume multi bounces up at the highs, and it just and the green 9-period moving average still says that the dollar is showing some strength. All right, let's get back to our story here. And I wanted to show you silver. SI, silver is trading very nice move up. 2 days, it's gone from the 2190-ish area to 23.07. This is a good candle. We want to see if it holds there. And if there's another big green candle tomorrow, I'll say finally. And sometimes silver leads gold. It's funny how that happens. Well, we'll see what happens here. But just in the meantime, that's what we're looking at. I want to go to crude oil. I've got questions I want to get to right away because it's what I looked at last night as well. So this is intriguing for me. Crude oil pulled back yesterday after a very nice session. Now it's up 73 cents at 77.09. That magnet of the 200-period moving average, no one ever talks about this. Or this, I don't hear anybody talk about this, but I've followed this for years. It's just, I know it's a look-back period of 200 bars, but the importance that it has, look at that, the way, look, for months, since November, the crude oil has struggled at this 200-period moving average and had a cluster formation back in January, and then it pulled back, went to a peak D. Now it's a gray peak B. It needs the stochastic to be at 80% or higher for me to say that is a buy signal. I can't say that right now. So far it is positive, but we'll see what happens here. I'm just watching it very closely. How can it break away from the 200-period moving average? And that's going to be the question, because if it does that, you're looking at a really quick move to $79.50, maybe $80. I'm watching this very closely, and that could impact the market a little bit. Okay, so I wanted to show you the bonds. This is a TLT. Look at the left side low, 93.10 from back here in 93.10, January the 24th. And look at the low that we made today, 92.23. So, and now there's an island reversal because it trades overnight. So, yep, there's a big bounce. I'm watching this closely. Are yields going to turn around, or is this just a minor little blip to the upside? I think I've covered almost everything I wanted. Yeah, now let's get to this. So the question came in. Let me get back here to the question. And the question came in right here. Yeah, okay. There it goes. And now we've got, good morning, Basil. John says, hope you're keeping warm in Newton. Yep, Newton, Massachusetts. And I'm keeping warm, but outside it's a little cold. But we barely any snow up until now. We'll pay for it at some point. All right. I want to ask about Frog, F-R-O-G, an app, A-P-P. I'm in both and perhaps got lucky, as these were both featured in Investors Business Daily. I'm thinking I should sell, but given I'm up over 30% each, I can let these run for a bit. Thank you, Basil. So let's do that, because I happen to have done some work on this last night. I also saw that IBD article, and JFrog Limited, a big spike up $11, up 30% at 48.01. I'll be back. We'll talk about both of these.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years years' experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Yes, John, I did see another John. I did see the question on copper. I was going to come back to copper because it's really important. Meantime, back at the ranch, Frog. This is J Frog Limited, I guess supply chain platform, trading at 48.07, up almost $11, up almost 30%. It opened at around number 46. So that doesn't mean a thing until we look at it historically, and that means we have to give it about a week or two, and then we'll look back and see what happens. But look what this is doing. Yesterday it was tootling along. It had a sharp move down on Tuesday. Yesterday was an okay day, and then earnings come out, and whoops, it's way up there. So that's really important, because you want to see a stock that's doing well. It was doing well. Look at the weekly chart, 9-period moving average, strong, MACD strong, stochastic at 93%, on balance volume, now very overbought, daily very overbought, but not in the weekly charts, and not in the monthly charts. Monthly chart is gone. Either it's a brand new leg B or it's an old F. I'm calling it an F just for now. Everything about it suggests that it's really a new leg B, but there's nothing to do here because we've only got a C in the weekly chart, and that says there should still be a D. All right, that's a weekly. Weekly can take 1 week, 6 weeks, a month, 2 months, who knows? And they make us leg D, but that's all it's saying right now. So yes, what I would do this, John. I know you said to me that you've got some room. Now, we had, I'm trying to think, Michael, I think it was from Wayland in Massachusetts, was always asking me about AVGO, this is Broadcom, and he'd taken a little bit of it off, and he's still got a core position. And I said, if you really want to become extremely wealthy or extremely poor, what you should do is think triangle, not the traditional triangle like a pyramid, but an upside down one like a top. Because that way you add on you say it's a great stock, it's doing well, I'm going to double my position. Then I'm going to double. That, I mean, imagine with Broadcom if Michael had done that. But prudence says that, money management says, take something off, especially when you get a wonderful surprise like this. I mean, did you think yesterday when you were trading at 37 in Frog that today it would be in the 47s? So I insist. You asked me what you should do. On my side of it, you can do anything you want, but on my side, I insist that you take a little bit off because it was a gift. And gifts are there to be enjoyed. And the other, so I love the action. I think this is fantastic. I've been looking at Frog for a little while, only because I love the name Frog and leapfrogs, right? And the other one was APP. Now, APP, I had notated and I mentioned it to subscribers some time ago, and I even drew in this cup formation, like a W, a soft W, a cup with a second cup, looks like a pair of reading glasses, and I drew in the trend line, and then I just it went off my list. Shouldn't have gone off my list, obviously, but it went off my list just in terms of the 200-period moving average acting like a magnet, but then it started to find support. I kind of forgot about it. Today, it is up 23%. Yesterday, it's tootling along at 47, and today, the high is 58.80. It's trading right now at 57.76. Same thing. It's a gift. All you need to do is say, hey, I didn't anticipate this. Thank you very much. Oh, are you handing me some money? Thank you. I'm going to take it. And then you've got your core position. You can add this back on a pullback, a little bit that you take off. But I am saying, you asked me my opinion. My opinion is be prudent. Think that you want to be in the game for a long time. The way I've counted this daily chart, I think this is a brand new leg B. It could be a G, and the reason I'm saying that is, look, the 9 is still strong over the 14. The MACD soared to the upside, didn't cross negative. Stochastic is a little hinting that it's at 75% on balance volumes overbought. So that stochastic says if there is still buying going into next week by Tuesday or so, and it hasn't taken out the 52.75 low of today, or it's taken it out just once, but it's closed above it, that's kind of good action. All right. So within that context, let me just say that yesterday, okay, volume 6.8, and today's volume. It's already exceeded yesterday's volume, and we're not even an hour into the session. So that's all I can say. I love it. Great. I congratulate you on getting those two positions. Coincidence that you and I both were looking at this. So APP is a symbol. AppLovin. I don't know if it's called. I've never heard it mentioned. I've always read it. AppLovin or AppLovin. A corporation helps publish apps and games, etc. It facilitates for people who want to put an app together. So it's in the right spot, the right area. It's done very well. I like it. Now, here's another thing. Where would you put the money back? Let's look at it again in a week's time. No, less than that. Let's look at it again by next Tuesday or Wednesday. And we'll see if it's trading below 50, let's say 51 at any point. If it closes below 51, that would suggest you've got a little bit of a minor top here. Not a little bit. You've got a minor top here based on the daily, not the weekly. And we have to assess, because I would then tell you wait to put anything back. If it's holding, I would start a trading position in both of these. I'd have a trading position, take something off, and then I'd take that part that you took off and I'd split it into two. I'd have a trading position where we get in, and every time it moves up, I'd be taking something off, but trying to keep a core position. I mean, that's just one of the ways to do it. There are plenty of ways to do it. Okay, so congratulations. Fabulous, fabulous. I did say that I would do, I had a question about, here we go. So Coinbase, Coinbase is doing, look, peak A, peak B. There's a leg B right now. 2 gaps. It's actually got 3 gaps altogether. It's doing really, Coinbase doing very well. 170.44 up 10. If you put it together with GBTC, GBTC has extended that leg D. I think we're getting a little toppy here in all of these in the Bitcoin. Let me just see Bitcoin itself. So there was a round number just the other day in Bitcoin Investment Trust, and now it's up from that 43 level to 47. It's a 10% gain. Nothing to complain about there. And this is still a leg C in Bitcoin. So there's still room to go to the upside. ATHE, A, B. Wow, this is at a new leg to the upside. Leg E in the weekly. Ethereum Let's just have a look at this. The Ethereum chart, because it's already had a much better consolidation than the others, ETHE, I've got it in leg E in the weekly chart, but the way it consolidated and the way it's broken out, it tells me this one, at least you can see that there's a huge base. It's a 2392 in the whole 20 to 19 area. There's 1850, actually. There's a huge base. All right, next question. Okay, so when does the 85% pullback begin? Yeah, so I don't want to get into that right now when something's still looking very strong. Let's just talk about it as it starts to pull back. Where would I look at that in terms of maybe shorting even, but I didn't want to short the strongest sector. I'll be back and we're going to look at high-grade copper. High-grade copper. Up 1.38%, up 0.05.
Currencies, commodities, and bond markets are as important as ever right now with how they're driving the volatility in equity markets across the globe, which is why it's a great time to try out Teddy Kegstad's Tiger Forex Report. Teddy Kegstad breaks down the Forex markets every Monday using his 30-plus years of experience as a trading veteran of futures, Forex, stocks, and options. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex Report every Monday morning with coverage of all the major currency pairs, including the dollar index, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, as well as many more, and he also has weekly coverage of the crude oil market and the 30-year T-bonds, as they both influence Forex markets tremendously. When you sign up for the Tiger Forex Report, you also gain instant access to Teddy's 60-minute webinar archive he just hosted, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report. For all the details and to start your 30-day Tiger Forex Report subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Hi folks, we're back. Let me just type this in, Southern Copper. So the question came in, you can do an analysis of copper. So I'm looking at SCCO, which is kind of the big daddy of the, whatever you'd call this, the big honcho of Southern Copper, up today, up 2.49 at 82.61. So there's a technique that I call the Chapman Wave falling axe formation. So where you can draw from a high, you make lower highs and much lower lows, and all of a sudden makes a cup formation, turns around, tries to take out the left side resistance, which it did, and then all of a sudden, this particular channel line or trend line becomes the key support level, and it takes it out. Now what I've done is I've just raised this. I like to do that when it looks appropriate, because a technique that you had should have the viability, the flexibility to be able to take changes and use those changes in a very constructive way. So what it's done is it was looking like a lousy arch formation. All of a sudden it's lifting up and it's gotten to, now I'm gonna mess this up a little bit. This is the daily chart. I'm going to make this green because it's so important, and I'm going to make a parallel line next to it that I call the Chapman wave inside track repellent, in this case a repellent zone, and it's gone into it. Look, every time it hit that area, it just got repelled. So this is where you want to see, look, the unbalanced volume did turn up, but it's turned up before, and it's sort of flattening out. Now it needs to start to climb much more. Stochastic never went to under 20%, so that's a positive divergence. And the histogram of the MACD is improving, but it's still quite weak. So the MACD is still negative, and the 9-period moving average is still under the 14-period moving average. That's a big negative. So, and now I didn't finish the weekly chart, and I remember I had this all notated, and then I lost it. It's there somewhere in my archives, but I couldn't find it. So let me just grab this. I'll do this really quickly. You'll see how quickly you identify the lowest low, especially if it's historical and you're looking back. There's no way you can call that not the lowest low. A, B, C, D. And then there was this whole thing, this configuration that I thought, this looks like, I call this the, I never even watch him anymore, but Bart Simpson spiked hairstyle. Goes up and keeps coming down, up and then keeps coming down. And then it makes a more serious pullback. Then it starts another buy signal that it looks like it is. And it goes peak A, peak B, right there, A. It already gets to a C, which says, hey, is this going to be a failure pattern? Well, it comes all the way back and then it makes a lower A, B, and because it took out that C, this becomes the D, because that has to be reincarnated. And now we've pulled back. So I'm using this chart because it's really important. I want to go to FCX as well, and then we'll go to the copper contract. So FCX, you can see there's this narrowing triangle that has this resistance. I'll draw it in now because it's worth taking a little time, because high-grade copper is so important. You want to see high-grade copper breaking to the upside with the markets, and that's going to be an internationally good thing for markets around the world. If it doesn't do that, it just says, uh-oh, stalling. They call it Dr. Copper, only because it used to be that it was so international. Now it's really part of the big economic scene. And you can see in the background right here, I've got the monthly chart. It's the same trend line. So that just says you're stuck in the middle of it. So all that work, and all I'm telling you is that there's just a little bit of a bounce. Okay, now I can go to the copper contract itself, the continuous contract for high-grade copper at HG is the way I get the symbol. And while I'm getting this, I want you to mention, I spoke about it yesterday, and I said that in my newsletter, I said, was that a one-off? Was that something that we should take seriously? The Tuesday smash to the downside. And remember, we are still holding long positions in the Dow, but very short-term we've got, no, it's been held for a little while, but it's called a short-term trading position. We have the DOG 121 short in the Dow. It was up yesterday and it's a little down today. So that's just, it's more like an insurance. Got out of our S&P short. And I think that you can tell that the S&P is only up 6 right now. After the smash we had the other day, it really should be, the future should have been up 15 to 22 overnight on Wednesday night going into Thursday. And then this morning should have been up 38 points by now. That to me would have said, wow, that was just a one-off. But I think this is, the evidence is going to be that we're in a very choppy phase. And that takes me to high-grade copper as why is it so important? So high-grade copper at this particular point, HG, the pattern that we're looking at, let's go from the long term out. You see the 9-period moving average in the monthly chart went negative, and it stayed negative, even with a big pop to almost 450 back in January. Maybe it was January or December, January this year, or December last year. And then it just keeps, no, the year before. And then what happens is it keeps pulling back. Well, the pullback says that the MACD's weak, stochastic's weak, the 90 is under the 14. The weekly chart says it's an arch formation, nothing to see here. And the daily chart says, whoo-hoo. But wait a minute, don't get excited. And I just heard a ring. I want to see if that ring coincides with what I'm, yes. What I'm going to say right now is that high-grade copper is trying to establish some kind of a base from which it can not only move in the daily chart back to the 3.83 level, which is where the 200-period moving average is, but to get the 384 level and then higher in the weekly chart. And this to sustain a move like this. So the big question is this the low in high-grade copper, or is it a low? And I think it's just a low. And at this particular point, I can't give it any more credence. The on-bounce volume is still very weak. The stochastic's running to 19%. The MACD is still very weak. And what I'm going to do is I've got a caller online. I'm going to go to the caller before the show finishes. I'll give parameters. During the break, I'll get a chance to do it on what I'm looking at in copper. But it's just the start of a move to the upside. I don't have any evidence yet. Let's go to Garo. Garo, how are you?
How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. And you wanted to revisit CC, senor.
Yes, sir. I bought that, Mr. Basil, on daily chart. On daily chart, I bought it on Friday, February the 9th, when the candle hit the top SAR dot and the dot came down. I bought it at 548. I bought a big chunk of it, and I want to know that what's your idea that is it going to get to 850, or this is the end of the show? And if you have the time, please, another one I have is SOUN, Sam Orange University, N. Like, yeah. I bought it at $1.93 on February the 8th, and today it popped up. What is your idea regarding that?
So I've already notated Sound Hound, and I've notated CCC, and I'd like to talk to you about it because, we discussed that long-legged candle. What happens if you get into the middle of that wick? We're right there in the weekly chart. I'll be right back with Garo in Newport Beach, California. CCCC is up 56 cents.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
Are you ready to take your trading to the next level? Introducing Tom O'Brien's award-winning newsletter, Market Insights, your key to successful active trading. Tom O'Brien, renowned for his expertise in the financial markets, has designed Market Insights to be your daily guide to profitable trades. Tom publishes his daily Market Insights newsletter every market day before the market open, along with updates when warranted. Stay ahead of the game with Tom's real-time analysis and trade recommendations delivered straight to your inbox. Whether you're a seasoned trader or just starting out, Market Insights provides the edge you need to navigate the markets with confidence. Ready to join the ranks of successful traders? Head over to TFNN.com and subscribe to Market Insights today. Don't miss out on this opportunity to supercharge your trading results. Market Insights comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee for all new subscribers, so you have nothing to risk. Don't miss out on this opportunity to revolutionize your trading game. Head over to TFNN.com right now to join the thousands of traders who have already experienced the power of Tom O'Brien's award-winning newsletter Market Insights firsthand. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Hi folks, we're back with Garo. So Garo, I'm just going to tell you that based on my analysis with the cup formation and the left side, right side price time match, that has to do with the plumb line in the middle. I have it testing. It could do it much quicker than that, but I have it testing 842, the high of, this is CCCC, C4 Therapeutics Inc., testing the 842 high. Today's high is 802 so far. 842 high of the 10th of January by the 20th of February, 20th. That'll be by Tuesday. And that's the way it looks right now. And all the technicals are very strong. But what I mentioned to you with that very long-legged wick that was the week of the, week of the 15th of December, was that if it went into the middle and on any day it closed in the middle of that long-legged wick, that says it should retest the highs, which it did. In fact, I think it went 1 penny higher, 837 and 842. So this is actually leg B. Wow, this looks like a biotech, doesn't it? Leg B, peak B. So this is exactly the same thing today. Once it goes into halfway of the wick of the week of the 12th of January, which would be at 764, and right now it's trading at 777. It says not only should it test that high, it should just nick the top of it. So everything about it says that it should go higher to the 780s, and it should be within the next few days. And the other one you were looking at was
SOUN.
Oh, that's right, SOUN. So SOUN, huge move today up, but it's giving a lot back. So I had it as a leg B yesterday. This is still a leg B. This is a little bit different. In this particular one, if it closes in the next 2 days, if it closes under 3.11, that's today's low. So far, it's today's low. But if it closes in the next 2 days below that low, it's probably going to fill the gap. And this looks like a one-off to the upside. So I'd be a little more careful with this. The other one is really positive. This one looks like a news or just a news-related spiked sound hound, SOUN. I love the chart yesterday. The way it was trying to push above the 200-period moving average because it's not been able to do that forever. And now all of a sudden it's way above it. So it's positive, but just on a short-term basis. So what you want to see is by the end of the day today, it tries one more time to at least get to 360. If it get to 360, it should hold all the way through tomorrow, and that'll be good. But I'd be real careful if it takes out today's low. Hope that helps you.
Should I sell it today and get out of it?
I probably would say right now I would sell most of it. You can keep a little bit more as an experiment to see what can happen over the next 2 days. But I would personally sell a good part of it. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's given back. It's spiked from 226 to 406, and now it's trading at 340. So I'm just saying to you, it's still acting well. There's still buyers coming in. But once it starts to lose the momentum to the upside, it'll be very quick to give back a chunk. So I just take something off. Why don't you do this? Take something off right now, and you can have a little bit of a trading stop. I think that might work best for you because you're watching it all the time, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. So folks, I want you to get back. Bye, Gary. Call me again. So what we're looking at is in Eli Lilly. Let me just go through this real quickly. Eli Lilly, just a fantastic company. I mean, they've got everything going for them. So I would not say to anybody who's long, get out of it. I would say take a little bit of profit. You can always put it back again, lower down. Just keep whittling away, and then put that back whenever you want. But it's had at least 3 or 4 round numbers going to these all-time highs, and today's high is below yesterday's high of 764.05, but it had a round number 745 low yesterday. The day before, or was it 2 days ago, it had a round number 741. A few days before that, it had a 742 round number. It just tells me that something's going to give, and at some point it'll be back in the high 600s. That's all it's saying to me. It doesn't say to get, it's just a warning that some people are so, they got to get in, they got to get in. So they just grab it, and that's where the round number comes from. Or they got to get out. So that's all I'm saying. So within, oh yes, you hear the ping when Basil has a call. You're not supposed to hear that. Only me. Aha. So that's what I was saying to you. I think that you are linked somehow to another Dan. Okay. So that's why you're getting an overlap. If you can get rid of one of the voices, it'll be great. Now, the other question was Eli Lilly, and I wanted to get back to copper. Before that, the question came in. Oh, am I going to find it? Oh, yes, ASPN. So ASPN, and then Dan can't hear what I'm saying, so I might have to type it. Where would a support be? It's trading at 17.34, up very nicely. A huge move in the last 4 sessions from the 12s to the 17s. Where would support be? I think between 1620 and 1580 if there's a sharp pullback. That's where you've got to be careful. All right. So I got that covered, got a couple of other questions. So yes, CLF, another question came in. CLF is Cliff. CLF, this is a steel company. This is Cleveland Cliffs, roll steel, up nicely today. This is not like the copper chart, which is at the bottom and had a big spike to the upside today, or the gold. This is different. This has got the pattern one of the patterns that I love, where it comes down and makes just a beautiful channel. I like it much narrower than this, but it has this channel. And the channel says, hoo-hoo, as long as I remain in this channel, if I break to the upside, I can very quickly go to the left side highs of importance. Well, it's already taken out this one here of the 9th of February at 20.02. The next one would be all the way back up on the January the 31st at 20.76. But what's really important is the 9-period moving average is above the 14. I love that. The weekly 9 is over the 14. And the SLX, which is the steel ETF, that's the different thing altogether. So there are a couple of steel companies like Newmont, Nucor, and Cleveland Cliffs. That's different. This is testing the space of support right here, the SLX. So this is, I can get this closer to looking at it as if, let me do this. Look here, high-grade copper. See, that's just a one-off to the downside, and now it's trying to rally. This is testing. And so far, it's saying, hey, I'm using this as a trampoline. I'm a little kid, a 10-year-old kid, and I'm bouncing on the trampoline. Honey, be careful, because if you break 71, it's trading at 70.25. If you break 71, you can keep going to the moon. So that's what I'm looking at. So this is the steel ETF is now improving a lot. If it can start to trade in the 71s, that's going to be really good action. This gives us time now to Oh, NVIDIA disclosed a stake in SOUN. All right, but that does help, doesn't it? All right, I'll be back in a moment.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter. A must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors. Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
I'm going to get to copper in a second, but NVIDIA had a round number low today. It's trading at 732.19. It had a 724 round number. It had a whole bunch yesterday. And SMCI, that is super microcomputer at all-time highs, just a vertical parabolic move to the upside, had a 945 round number open today, and it's trading at 946, 945 as we speak. It's just amazing. All I can say is it's telling me something. Okay, high-grade copper. Make it as simple as possible. Very nice move up today, but what you need to see is to make a V-shaped pattern, you want a very strong follow-through in the next 2 days. By Monday, you want to see high-grade copper at 3.78 and holding. And I think that it has to be together. I normally wouldn't do this, but I think it has to be together with gold, probably going to 2012 right now, going to 2035, 2037. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Check out my opening call day.